New Foo Fighters song called Rescued. It's just been released. At the time of filming, it's a couple of hours ago. I'm going to get this out as quickly as I can. This is going to be a rough and ready tutorial, but I'm going to show you all the main sections to the full song. Check out the other Foo Fighters song tutorials on my YouTube channel. Let me know any that I might not have done tutorials for. And in case you don't want to watch the whole thing, here's just a couple of things that I really think all of you should check out. First of all, this E9 chord, which begins the song. Really interesting way of playing it, and I worked this out by ear by noticing that there were some open strings with some notes kind of higher up the fretboard, kind of like an E and A chord. We're in the key of E, and this is something that Dave Grohl does a lot, something like, you know, the Pretender, chords higher up the fretboard, along with open strings. This is the same thing he does in Everlong, in so many songs throughout his career. And it's this chord slid up 2 frets, which makes the second chord in the song. And then we have it's not actually 2 guitars till until that part kicks in. That's when the second guitar part kicks in. And then we also have these octave techniques, which, if you're not aware of this already, straight out of the Everlong. Straight out of the Colour and the Shape playbook, really. But there's some interesting things happening with the structure. We kind of have verse, chorus, and then a bridge, rather than a second verse. And then it goes verse, chorus, bridge again, and then a kind of outro section with blasting power chords in Foo Fighters style. But really cool stuff. Let's get into some detail now and have a look at this one. So here's that E9 chord with a bit of detail to it. We have 0, 11, 9, 11, 0, 0. And these high notes I just moved 2 frets over to play the second chord, which I can't really find a name for it other than maybe A sharp minor 9, something like that, but I don't think it is. I think Dave Grohl's just gone, this sounds great, let's move it around and find somewhere else that sounds good, because that's songwriting. And then we have the middle finger, well hey, doing some riff work, first of all at the 11th fret and then to the 12th fret. Or at least that's what it is as far as my ears and brain and fingers can work out. Next part, second guitar part kicking in, full crunchy Foo Fighters overdrive sound on this. This is just a garage band setting. And here's what that looks like so that you guys can copy it if you wish. We have 12 with a slide down, 11, 0, 0, 11, 0, 0, 12. Then 14, 16. Whole thing. And then we're on to this next section, which has these octaves, straight out of the Everlong kind of song techniques, really. This is fret 6, and then your third finger's on string 3, just 2 frets over from where this one is, so they move together. They're going to move to 9, and then 11 to 4. 6, 9, 11, 4. It's that first finger doing all the work to mute all these other strings, which is how we can play guitar just like ringing a bell, because we're actually doing all our muting with this first finger in the right hand. That's all over what's essentially an A5 power chord, and then we hit a B power chord, and I can hear, again, the thinnest two strings ringing out again, or something like that. That all happens again. Happens 3 times, and then we hit that B power chord. And then we're on a new section, which I would call a bridge, but it's just kind of the third section of the song. Some people might call this the chorus, but I don't know. Either way, E major chord. I think there's a hint of that E9 there as well. Either way, this is the We're All Free to Some Degree section. E9, we're all free to some degree. And then we have A. On the A chord, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're on to the octaves, which is 5th fret, 4th fret, 2nd fret, over the B minor chord. Returning to that A chord to bring me back to life. Same kind of thing again. On the repetition, it does that again. And then it's over a B major chord, and we have the 6th fret, which mimics the vocal. I'll just winning to be rescued tonight. And that's over a B major chord, and then the whole thing kind of repeats again. So let me play all that section one more time, because this is probably the most complex bit. From there, the whole song's a total repetition. So let me just play along to all of that and give you an idea of it. I'm on one guitar, so I'm not going to be able to layer it, but I'm going to jam on to the original. You guys see how it sounds, and then we'll just do the ending. Then heavier. Yeah! Alright, so the only section left is the final part, which is just power chords. That is an E5 power chord, F sharp power chord at the 2nd fret, G5, and then A5. I can hear kind of either that or the thinnest 2 strings there as well. There's some hint, maybe it's just strummed chords. There's some layering of the guitars there anyway. And it ends on a really cool chord. I've forgotten this one. Hang on, I did write it down for myself. It's this. It's an A chord, flat 5. This one, and then it just goes to an A. It kind of played where an A bar chord is just here. If you don't know of this chord, this is kind of how pros play bar chords, really. Just as a triad, just 3 notes of an A major chord at 5, 6 and 7, and then the little finger goes down at 8, or at least that's as far as I can work it out. Reminds me of the ending of Times Like These, actually. It's fantastic. I think that'll do us for today. Let me know any questions down below and I will help you out all I can. Let me know any other songs you would love to see tutorials for, and check out the other Foo Fighters songs on my channel right now.